Hi folks, Caroline here, and just walking through a local park in Washington DC, which is just over the road from Karen's place. And Karen's my school friend who I am visiting while I'm out here in the States. And might seem a bit optimistic to have my sunglasses on my head, but when I left a bit earlier the sun was shining, it was beautiful. But it's a little bit fresh here. But then it is the end of January, so middle of winter, can't really complain. In fact, I think it's meant to be a lot colder here normally, but they're actually having quite a mild winter here in Washington. But, oh, there's my steps. Just haven't been up here before, so just trying to find my way around. Just came for a little bit of an explore. I spent lunchtime in a nice little cafe, a little sort of co-working cafe in the village, whatever you want to call it, in the district, town, I don't know, part of Washington that Karen lives. And yeah, it was busy in there. Loads of people on their laptops and working away with their coffees and their lunches, and yeah, had a really good sandwich and a coffee while listening to Ilan speak about energy. And I don't know if I can get down there. I'm going to give this a try. I'm just going to disappear down these steps and hope that I can get out at the bottom. Otherwise we're coming back up again. But yeah, so had a really good day yesterday. Oops, worried about falling down the steps now. Yeah, yesterday was my first day here, first full day here in Washington, and I got picked up by a lovely lady called Debbie and her family, her husband John, her daughter Diana, and they took me out for the day. Took me sightseeing in Washington. And so I know these, well, I don't really know these people. It's the first time I'd actually met them. But I first met Debbie on a call last week, on a web meeting that I had last week, and she was on it too. And I just happened to mention that I was coming out to the States, and she said, "Oh, where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to, let's work it out across the road here, up here. I'm going to Washington DC." And she's like, "I live near Washington. I can come and meet you. Let's meet for a coffee." So one thing led to another, and we ended up with her family having a day trip, which was awesome. They came and picked me up from Karen's place, and we went to the National Geographic Museum because I'd said I was into photography, and there's two amazing exhibitions on there. So one exhibition about Jane Goodall, who is a philanthropist, I don't know, no, that's not the right word, a research scientist, we'll go with that, who is known for her research into chimpanzees. She started in the 1960s, British woman, and she's now campaigning for habitats and so on for chimpanzees and more research into chimpanzees and how alike or not they are to human beings. So that was a fascinating exhibition. And then after that we went across the road to into another hall for a women in change, women over the last 100 years, anyway, a photographic exhibition all about women. Whole array of photos from across the ages and across the world as well. And I just love looking at the photos because that's who I am. So that was fabulous. And then I'm going to try and cross the road now, this will be fun. And then we went, I said I wanted a locals experience because I've been to Washington DC before, about 10 years ago, so I've done the main touristy stuff. See if I could just not get run over here. There we go. So far, so good, managed to make it. Probably not a good idea to be recording a video while crossing the street, but hey ho. Yes, working out how to get into Karen's place now. But yeah, so had a really good day. And then yes, I wanted a locals experience, so they took me to Eastern Market down in the southeast part of town, where there's a market selling like regular food produce and stuff like that. And so we had lunch there, and then they dropped me off back here yesterday afternoon so they could get back for their daughter Diana's drum lessons. And it was just really cool to meet other people from the community and just have a wonderful day with them and be treated really well, and talked a little bit about SFM, and yeah, here we are. This is, oops, I'm on the steps. This is Karen's place here, and yeah, so so far so good. Today's been more of a working day, got lots to do. There's a video ad I want to try and get finished, and then tomorrow meeting up with more SFM folk for a B-roll recording session. So because a few of us who work on our own, we don't have the ability to record ourselves doing stuff, so three of us are going to get together, or at least two of us, record each other. So we've got footage to use in our video ads. So that's tomorrow's plan. So yeah, exciting trip out here, folks. So wish you all well, and I will let you know how we get on. All right, take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.